Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome back to the action. The fourth round of the Ladbrokes UK Open is brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation and is coming to you live on ITV4 from Butlins, Minehead. And now it's time to meet two sensational young players. Firstly, would you please welcome the winner of 30 PDC women's titles. Ladies and gentlemen, a two-time women's world match play champion. And ladies and gentlemen, the three-time Lakeside champion of the world, bows and arrows, Boo Greaves. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the world number one, the reigning world match play champion, the reigning World Cup champion, the newly crowned Winmore World Masters champion, and ladies and gentlemen, the former champion of the world, Queen, Luke Humphries.
In fine form, having won 2 titles on each of the 3 PDC secondary tours opening weekends this year, the Challenge Tour, the Women's Series and the Development Tour. But Luke Humphries is the PDC world number one for a very good reason, and he's about to show us why. Well, that's the aim at least. Over to Alan and John.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Well, a lot of interest in this one because Bo Greaves has played superbly to get to this stage. Luke Humphries, now 30 years old, world number one, as you probably heard, got a bit of a mixed reception when he came in. I don't think that's through any genuine dislike of Luke. It's really the hope that Bo Greaves, who's already created a little bit of history here for the first time as a woman, winning 3 matches on the opening day, and now with a chance to move on here and test herself against a man who is at the top of the game. 30 titles, 3 times the world champion, top of the development and Challenger Tour rankings. Bo Greaves plays beautifully all through today, including in the last round. 6-2 she came home against a real tough competitor, the Northern Irishman from Dungannon, Mickey Manson. Is she going to be able to sustain the sort of level she's produced against Luke Humphries? Well, she's certainly going to have to, at very least. Mid-90s average, you would suspect. Well, it'll keep her there or thereabouts, but is it going to win her the match? Well, maybe not.
Well, she's achieved so much, John, as we know already in her career, but this is a massive challenge, a different challenge.
97.
Certainly the long distance would favour Humphries, you would think.
Well, she's certainly up for it. I mean, when I spoke to her after that win in the afternoon session, she said she just wanted to test herself against the man recognised as the best. And she knows that her game, when she's right on it, she's a 100 plus average.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and that's the danger for Luke Humphries, and he'll know that. He's not stupid enough to think it's going to be an easy ride, this, even though it's long distance.
126, looking at the 19s. Good dart. And that leaves the bullseye, which she's taken. What a start! And Minehead recognises how superb that was, and Bo affords herself a contented smile.
And so she should. Fantastic finish to start the proceedings here. Certainly give her plenty of confidence, not that she doesn't need that.
Clench of the fists from Luke Humphries. He knows that he's got to be right on his game, and he cannot afford to let Bo Greaves get away in these early stages.
140.
Long day, of course, if you've come through all the rounds, as Bo Greaves has.
Yes, that's maybe a bigger plus for her as well. Played well all day. Been here probably from 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. And still here now, producing the goods.
124.
Well, 124 now for a break of throw. Great first dart. Double 11.
Good.
How about that?
Second leg,
126, check out now. 124. Greaves with a break of throw. Humphries nods. He knows how good that was, and she takes a 2-0 lead.
And a 2-0 deserved lead. Unbelievable, really. When you've taken out one massive shot on the bullseye, and then you do it again in the next one.
25.
Another ton plus finish.
If you've never seen Bo Greaves play before, she's been playing at this sort of level
43.
for some time. As a teenager, she was phenomenal. I mean, she was coming through a little bit before Luke Littler, who had just seen in action, and the two of them dominated the junior side of the sport utterly.
Absolutely. I remember seeing Bo Greaves when she was 12 or 13. Incredible.
57.
I always knew that that talent would come to fruition at some point.
Needs to try and hold on to her throw here, though. Humphries is putting it under pressure. What a game that last one was. Peter Wright and Luke Littler.
Well,
Terrific match.
I was actually in the multi-board room waiting to do the interview for after the match, and that was on the screen in there, and everybody was round us watching the game.
I can believe it. I have messages aplenty
58.
from people saying, what a match.
To get his first leg on the board, I don't think that was the best route to go,
55.
personally.
152.
Surely she's not going to get this, is she? No.
She took it out earlier today, didn't she? In the second game, I think it was.
You can require 40.
Top turn for Luke Humphries.
Yeah, he's trying to third leg.
Doesn't waste any time. And that's the break back.
Game.
Against the throw as well, so if he can hold here, we're back on serve.
140.
Humphries average just shy of 106. Bo Greaves mid-90s.
Yeah, those two wonderful legs, but then she didn't score that well in the leg just previous to this one.
134.
That's the result of the lower average. It's all about the scoreline really for Bo.
41.
Both players with low scores on the last two visits. He's a long way behind in the leg.
100.
Should stay there.
140.
Needs a full house at least here. That's it. Oh, this is what we want to see, John.
Superb. But Humphries not affected by the pressure of her big score, and he's back on level terms.
Well, whatever happens in this last leg before the break, there will be only one leg in it, whichever way that will be.
96.
Somebody somewhere probably think of a more famous sports person to come out of Doncaster. Bo Greaves has to be a contender for one of the most famous of all time.
140.
He's still so young and so much more to achieve, John.
There was a boxer called Woodcock many years ago who was a bit of a national hero.
100.
Kevin Keegan come from that part of the world?
Isn't it Scunthorpe somewhere?
Scunthorpe maybe, yeah.
Scunthorpe area maybe? I might be wrong.
Anyway.
164.
Oh,
Bullseye.
one.
39.
Great effort.
Marvellous effort.
Break at the end of this leg.
It's all about her concentration levels now. She led 2-0, back to 2-2. This is to lead at the first break.
This is big. Double 8. Double 4. Oh, big dart that one. And taken wonderfully well. And Bo Greaves still has her nose ahead. Luke Humphries wasting no time getting off stage. Bo Greaves leads it 3-2. Here, a big crowd in the main arena watching Luke Humphries against Bo Greaves, and the women's world champion and women's #1 is ahead by 3 legs to 2. Incidentally, we asked about sportsmen who came from Doncaster, and both our phones have been pinging away. Kevin Keegan from Armthorpe, that's a pit village not too far away. And who was it? One of the Busby Babes also? David Pegg, was it?
That's right, yeah.
Also from Doncaster.
58.
There'll be more, I don't doubt.
Apparently lives 4 miles away from Dennis Priestley as well.
Yeah.
He has just informed me.
Look at that. Bo Greaves second maximum. No way is Bo being intimidated. When we look at some of the other scores coming through. Former champion Andrew Gilding behind against Ryan Joyce by 9 legs to 8.
Oh, another terrific leg against the throw here. She's really putting
100.
Luke Humphries up against the wall here. Quality display all the way through. When Humphries got back to 2-2.
She's such a cool operator, isn't she? I mean, she doesn't get phased by playing in front of a big crowd. You can tell that.
34.
The best players go leg on leg. Whatever's happened in the one previously, they move on to the next one, and then the next one.
Double 10. Oh, that is a great dart. And another one in the bag. Luke Humphries can only watch and wonder if he's going to be if he's destined to be on the wrong end of a fairly significant sporting headline.
134.
Well, that certainly will be, but we've got to look at the standard of both players here. They're both averaging well into the hundreds.
125.
Luke Humphries has had 2 darts of the double and hit them both. He's not doing anything particularly wrong, he's just not in first gear. Bo Greaves
140.
is flying down the motorway.
I said in the interview earlier, you know, you've got it in the locker to go over 100, and you're going to have to do that. And she wasn't one little bit phased by the thought of that, because she knows she's done it on numerous occasions, and she was confident that she could produce it when it mattered.
140.
Yes, and I don't think the distance will be that much of a problem, because she's played in in big events, in finals and semi-finals, which have been this kind of distance.
87.
Well, this is to go 5-2 up. Bullseye.
62. Luke require 155.
Humphries can't take out the 155, so Bo will be
97.
back.
Bo, you require 25.
She'll be halfway there if she gets this. Double 8. Oh, so
Luke
near.
require 58.
Unlucky.
Tops.
And for the 7th leg, Luke Humphrey.
That's the break
8th
back.
leg, Luke to throw first.
What a big leg that was, John. 2 darts at the double there for 5-2. That really would have put the pressure on the world number 1.
135.
He got away with one then. I'm sure he'll be only too well aware of that.
Yeah, it's going to happen at some point in a match, isn't it? It's all about the timing of when it happens.
35.
There's a treble 19 on the floor.
$58. $99.
Well, still not happy with his performance, despite averaging just under 103. Hasn't missed a double. Only one maximum.
58.
5 140s and 12-ton pluses, so he's not doing that much wrong.
180.
And there's number 2.
I'm averaging nearly 105.
$95.
So 52 needed to get back on level terms, and Greaves is a long way back. Double 16.
Game on the 8th leg, Luke Humphrey.
So 4 all.
9th leg, Bo to throw first. Game.
Here she goes again.
180.
The third maximum.
99.
Well, the pressure was put on Bo Greaves there, with Luke Humphries getting back to 4-4. It's a big leg this for her. Starting with a maximum gives her a great chance.
94. $97.
Needs another to leave 170.
138.
So a good setup shot. Bo Greaves took this out in the second leg.
Treble 18 would leave the bull. Not this time.
40. Luke require 170.
Went for the bullseye with the last one there, and it's 2. So it's left herself with some work to do on this shot here, where it probably should have been a bit better.
84.
84. Double 12. That should be a good marker. And it is. Greaves ahead again. The crowd urging her on.
100.
Well, the bottom line here, John, it's a terrific match. Look at the scores that are the legs won there. 15-12, 16-14, 15-12, 14-14, 15. Absolute quality.
Yeah, worst winning leg, a 16 darter.
140.
Last match had some startling stats as well, but this is one to rank alongside it.
Great dart.
31.
Well, terrific leg from the world number 1. Looking to go in at the second break level. He's been under the cosh from the word go.
30.
He has. He's got 6 darts at 130 though.
18.
Well, threw that a little bit higher than you wanted it to be. Wanted to leave double 16. Would it affect the throw, the focus?
56.
Well, he'll be a bit annoyed about it, but surely he can put that behind him. Double 6. He can indeed. And Luke Humphries, the world #1, back on level terms in this fascinating match. It's now 5 legs apiece. A fascinating match. A battle of the two world #1s stands at 5 legs apiece. It really is on a knife edge at this stage.
Yeah, and I have to say it's been a terrific match. The averages from the first set are pretty similar in the second one. Greaves won the first set 3-2. World #1 Luke Humphries won the second set 3-2. What will happen in this one?
Yeah, it's played on to its conclusion now. First to 10 to take a place in the next round. Plenty of people thought that Luke Humphries would just sweep Bo Greaves aside. Well, that has not been the case, not one bit.
No, it hasn't. I think people have that perspective of the long distance, thinking it may be too much for Bo Greaves and not used to it, but she has played in these long distance matches quite a few times. Maybe not on the Women's Series or the Development Tour Challenge Tour, but certainly when she's played in the Women's World Championships, for instance, or on other TV events.
Another 180 for Greaves. And what a response!
He needed to respond as well, but Bo Greaves does hit a lot of 180s.
60. 167.
Can't do it now, it's all about the setup.
Bo Greaves now 104.
104.
Big one this.
Well, she's had a couple of ton plus finishes already. This will be a crucial one, but not to be. So chance for Humphries.
Luke requires 71.
And this would be the lead for the very first time in the match.
Key visit. Tops. Big dart.
31.
And he's blown it.
Luke requires 16.
He can't believe it. That was the first double he's missed, by the way. 5 out of 5 before.
Oh, well, just, yeah, absolutely on the doubles for Humphries, as you say, John. Can he tidy up here? He's starting to miss. He hadn't before this leg, and he's missed again.
Luke require 8.
My lip reading skills are not too good, but I suspect he wasn't massively impressed by that as Greaves takes the leg.
A lot of disappointment there. You know, the odd darts at the double, anybody can miss them, whether you're world #1 or world #101. But when you've got 3 darts in your hand as a top professional, you do expect to hit it. Big miss. He fought his way back into the match. He's got to do it again. There's still some distance to go in this match yet, John. Plenty can happen.
96.
Strange, isn't it, as well? Nearly 13, 12, 11 points in the averages.
94.
Irrelevant, really. Just gives you an indication of how good the match has been. It's all about the scoreline.
96.
Humphries 12 darts taken to get down to 8. Greaves putting some pressure on. He's got to get this. And can't.
Well, that's from 2 reasons, because of the miss in the last leg and then the 180 which pressurised it. And that is a fantastic finish against the throw. The world #1 is well and truly up against the wall.
Bo Greaves leads 7-5. A break to the good and showing absolute steely resolve.
The timing of that maximum was incredible because Luke Humphries looked clear favourite to take that leg.
425.
254 in 5 darts from Bo Greaves. Snatched it away from the world number one.
But Humphries sensing that he might be able to hit straight back here.
25.
Well, we have to remember the quality of Luke Humphries. I know we're talking a lot about Bo Greaves there, unlucky with a fallout there.
71.
Premier League winner last night, of course, in Exeter.
Sixth. You can require 111.
One of your fans there, John?
59. Where you require 170.
Well, this would raise a roof. All about the setup now. Humphries 52. He's missed darts at the double in the last 2 legs.
52.
Under pressure.
Needs to take this. And does. So that's the break back.
14 leg Luke to throw first. Game.
It's easier said than done, but he's just got to get in that zone, hasn't he? For the next 10 minutes or so.
140.
He's still averaging 103, nearly 104, against Bo Greaves' 93.5. Should keep you up to date as well with what's going on board 2. It's 6 apiece now between Bunting and Dobie. Dobie needing double 2 to get his nose ahead 7-6.
100.
And he duly gets that.
In a good position, but we saw that in a previous leg.
100. You can go 127.
Can you level up once again? He's had his chances, but he has not led once in this match.
Dance now 28 to get on level terms once again. Double 7. It's an important dart, and he knows it.
Was it? Kept his nerve, kept his composure, focus, hit the double 7, last dart in hand. Didn't want to be giving Bo Greaves another shot at a finish. He's hit some good ones over the match so far.
100.
Chris Dobie having a little bit of trouble with the barracking from the crowd over on the other board. We'll doubtless hear a bit more about that in due course.
Yes, I could see that on the monitor, which is unlike Chris, isn't it? So it must have been something not particularly great.
It's always a very pro Stephen Bunting crowd when he takes part in big matches.
Well, staying up there, I think. Thought she was going to move there. Just couldn't quite get it round that first dart, which was a bit of a blocker. So Humphries, important darts these. Well, he's not happy, but he'll be pretty pleased inside, I've got to say.
He's in a great position to force a break of throw and to at last go ahead in this match.
And what a time to do it as well, John. You know, and when he's been on the chase all the way through this match.
105.
Well, that's a nice setup with Greaves away back. It's a good dart.
434.
Another, the double 8 now to go in front.
She's doing that all the time. She's always putting the pressure on Luke Humphries. A couple of times it's worked in her favour, not on that occasion. But it's good to see that she's continually putting the pressure on her opponent.
Is that the key moment in the match? Humphries a break to the good and just needs to hold his throw twice. Sounds very easy when you say it like that, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean, we talk about that so often, don't we? But it just doesn't always work out that way because the opponent is desperate to break your throw after what's just happened in the previous leg. Needs a two-trouble visit to stay in the hunt. Gets it. Terrific leg from both players so far, but it's Humphries who threw first. Is this a slip?
95.
Oh, what a last dart that was. Almost swung round the banister and the light bulb to get in that corner.
You know all about that.
91.
The big fish left by Bo Greaves. Not a finish here for Humphries.
Now this really would set the place alight if Bo Greaves could find this. No, just high.
6.
3 well thrown darts.
Yeah, I was just going to say exactly the same thing. Just couldn't get one of the trebles, but double 16.
92.
He thought that was in. He thought he'd done it. Now Greaves gets another chance.
Crucial part of the match this, John. Can't get the treble to get the opportunity though.
39.
A very slack last dart.
16.
Double 8. Good darts. He's within 1.
17th leg, Bo to throw first.
Chris Dobie, meanwhile, has surged into a 9-6 lead against Stephen Bunting. 1 away.
Yeah, looking good for the win. Start with a maximum there, lift himself 90. Bunting with all the work to do. But Luke Humphries has made it hard for himself by having to hit the double with the last dart, but he's managed to keep his focus. You have to remember what this young man has achieved over the last couple of years. Great darts, Bo Greaves. Wonderful to see.
140.
I've just been told I'm going to be interviewing the world number 1 after this game. Do you think I need a bit of clarification?
91.
Well, whoever wins, John's going to deserve it, and it'd be great to hear the thoughts of the person who does win this encounter.
134. They require 170.
Chris Dobie has beaten Stephen Bunting. That match has just been concluded on board 2. Meanwhile,
87.
here on board number 1, Luke Humphries needs 87. Double 18.
51.
Can't believe he's missed it.
He's
looking around. Wanting some intervention from somewhere. Greaves on a couple of occasions just not managed to get that ton plus finish again.
Now for the match. Double 9. And there it is, the winning dart. Bo Greaves gave him a real match. Played in a very, very sporting manner. And Luke Humphries, he prevails. But Bo Greaves has shown that she does really very much deserve a place at the top table. Luke Humphries, the men's number 1, beats Bo Greaves, the women's number 1, who gets a tremendous ovation. And look at this, as Luke Humphries tells her to come back and share the acclaim. They've given us a terrific show. Luke Humphries wins it, but Bo Greaves shows that the women's game, through her brilliant performances, is in a very strong place indeed.